Hi guys, I just want to show you some modifications I've done to my manual tyre changing machine. You'll see, instead of bolting it to the floor like in the middle of the workshop, which would have been a bit of a pain, I've just extended the legs on it with these pieces of 3x2 wood. It makes it a little bit more stable, and I don't use the bead breaker on the machine. I've mounted that to the wall, which I'll show you now. So here's the bead breaking part of the manual tyre changing machine. This black part here, and I've screwed that to the wall with two pieces of angle iron. It's got three self-tapping, quite heavy duty fixings each side, and I've used it many times and it hasn't budged an inch, so they're plenty strong enough. So I'll just take the inside part of the valve out to let the air out. Put the bar in, give you a little bit more leverage. Press down. And there you go, guys. As you can see, that's broke the bead easily. There's a couple more adjustments here on the pole, and I've put loads of adjustments in the angle line, which is fixed to the wall. Just do the other side, then we'll take the tyre off the rim. There you go. There you go, guys, that's all done. And then, I mean, that's not hurting, it's just tucked away on the wall, the corner of the workshop. But if you want to just take it away, so you haven't got to look at it, keep you a nice, tidy, clean workshop, you've just left with the piece of angle line. So this is the part we took off the tyre changing machine. This is the actual bead breaking part. So this is the main part of the tyre changing machine. I tried bolting it to the floor in the workshop and it worked fine, but it was just annoying. I mean, I don't use it that often. It's just every, I don't know, a few months, or maybe I'll go 6 months without using it. So it was kind of in the way. So I was unbolting it all the time and just pushing it to the side. And I come up with the idea of putting these wider legs on it. You can see there, they're just wood. It's pieces of 3x2, and it's just bolted. They've got 2 bolts in each of them to the base of the tyre machine. I did try and use this piece of ply. Wasn't really big enough, and I've saw some people bolting these machines to like big pieces of like 8x4 sheets of ply, a little bit big. These do bolt off, and I can still tuck it away in the side of the workshop. It takes up absolutely no room. So what comes standard with the tyre changing machine is this contraption. You screw that down and it holds the wheel in place. This can be, it can mark alloys. If you imagine that, touching on an alloy wheel, it's going to mark it. A few times I've tried it. You're fine with steels, by the way. A few times I tried it with this piece of rubber, and it was absolutely fine. Just tighten that down, and you're getting that rubber protection there. But I found a better way, which is by bolting the wheel, drilling holes in the base plate, and I'll show you that. You see, I've drilled holes in the base plate, and I bolt the wheel with 2 bolts directly to the machine, and that holds it really tight. But in this case today, I'm just going to use this because with the steel wheels, it doesn't matter about marking them. This is covered up with a wheel cap, and it doesn't mark steel wheels anyway. But what you do need, if you've done what I've done, I cut the normal wheel locator bolt off, and I just put a little bolt in to stop the wheel from spinning when you're changing the tyre. There you go, that's nice and tight there. And then what I always do, guys, which I can't stress enough how important this is put some washing up liquid around the edge of the tyre. This makes it come off so easily. It's like night and day. You might think, oh, I won't bother with that, but it makes it so much easier to come off. So what you need to do is when you're pulling the tyre off the rim with the bar that way, you need to keep your foot on the bottom part of the machine to stop it rotating. Then just pull it round. So you've got the top part of the tyre off. Now you need to put some more lubrication on the bottom part of the inner edge of the tyre to make that come off easily as well. There you go, guys. Okay, so there's a little bit of movement in the machine, but not so that it matters, and it still does the job. Now what I always do at this point is take all of the weights off the wheel, and then just give it a little bit of a clean up. This one's not too bad, not too bad at all. Now I always use some of this bead sealer. I'll put links to all the things which I'm using today in the description if you need to get any of this. It comes with a brush, and you just paint it around that rim at the bottom there, between the outside rim and that little rim there, and you put it on the top piece as well. This just stops you getting leaks, guys. You don't have to do it, but it doesn't take a lot of effort, and I always do it. And then some more lubrication on the tyre. If you think about which way it's going on, you'll realise you only need lubrication on this side here and this side here, so it slides onto the rim a little bit better. And then throwing the tyre down onto the rim. Sometimes you can just throw the tyre on and it goes straight on without the need for bars, but this one's going to need a bar, so we'll just tap that on with the tyre lever. There you go, nice and easy. So when positioning the tyre, you need to have the red dot lined up with the valve. This is the lightest point on the tyre, I think, lined up with the heaviest point on the wheel, because there's a valve there. And 9 times out of 10, when getting this right, you won't have the need to put balancing weights on the wheel afterwards to balance it. The last 10 tyres I've fitted, new tyres, and I've got that red dot in line with the valve. I haven't needed to put any weights on afterwards. Another thing which I like to do with the tyre levers at this point in fitting the new tyre, because you can sometimes have to give it a few levers. I use these levers with these protection pieces. This really protects the tyre, especially if you've got to mess about with it to get it on the rim. And I always use these on alloy wheels to stop them marking the wheel. There you go, that's all on. Okay, so inside of the valve back in, and we'll get this sealed. Well, that's gone well. Gone well, guys. I was just going to say to you, sometimes if these don't seal first time, you can be there for ages pumping air in, they just won't seal and pop. What I do is I get one of these like lorry straps, put it all around the edge, and really ratchet it up, and it kind of forces the tyre out. And then you always get a seal then. That's all on, guys. Red spot in line with the valve. We'll get this on the balancer now. So this is my portable mobile wheel balancing machine. Really simple but really effective, guys. It works on the same principle as a spirit level. There's a little bubble there in the middle of some fluid. It's right in the middle. All you do, put the wheel on, press it down so it's located central, and then it'll tell you if it needs any weights, and that has gone spot on, right in the middle. That is fantastic. If it did need weights, if it's slightly out of balance, all you would get is the bubble going to one side. Say if the bubble's over there, then you choose a weight and you put it on that side until it gets completely in the middle. But that's fantastic. Exactly what I said, guys. Get the red dot in line with the valve. The last 10 tyres I've done, they've been spot on. Haven't had the need for balancing, so really recommend doing that. There you go, guys, so that's all done, nice and easy. Saved myself money, but not only that, I've saved myself the hassle of going to a tyre garage and being ripped off. Done it myself. Thanks very much for watching. Links to all the equipment and materials in the description. Please give me a little like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.